This is the Ernie Ball Music Man Cutlass RS HSS in powder blue, and after having it for a little over a year, I wanted to share more about it with you. And yes, that was an intentional rhyme, so forgive me for that. But hello, my name is Bryce, and I hope you're well wherever you're at. So this is my year-long review after having this guitar. I've already done an initial review on it and then a 1 month review on it. So if you want to see those, then I'll leave links to them in the description, of this video. First, let's talk about the pricing and the color options on this guitar. So again, I got this guitar a little over a year ago, and at the time I did get a deal on it, so I didn't pay the full retail, which was, I think at the time, $2,599, but the price for these new now goes for $2,799, so that's about $200 of a price increase, just so you're aware, if you're going for it new. And in terms of the color, I don't believe this one is offered new anymore. You might be able to find a dealer that still has one for new, but if you really like this color, you're most likely going to have to get it used, which obviously there's nothing wrong with that. But just so you know, the new colors that are out are, as of filming at least, are Lakeside Blue, Black, Limestone, which is like white, and then Blood Orange. So those are the 4 color options that you can get on this guitar in the HSS format. Now they do have an 3 single coil format, but that is using different pickups, so it's got their heat treated pickups. I'm not gonna get into that right now because that's not the point of this video, but just so you know, they do have a 3 single coil option as well if you're interested in that. But getting back to this guitar, I still think it is phenomenal after owning it for a little over a year. And I have a few guitars, so I've been cycling through them over this last year or so, and this one, there's just something really special about this guitar, and I just can't put my finger on it, but I just really like it a lot. And that's including one of the things that I talked about was like a learning curve in my last video, which is I'm used to playing dual humbucker guitars, so I'm used to strumming in the space between the bridge pickup and then what would be the neck pickup. But on an HSS guitar like this one, you have that middle pickup, so I know you can strum between the neck and the middle pickups. And for like funk playing stuff and just general strumming, that's not an issue. But when I start to like really dig in and want to like chug or whatever, whatever you call it, or alternate pick closer to the bridge, I don't really find that as comfortable on this guitar because honestly, I'm just not used to playing with having a pickup right there. So maybe with time that'll get easier, but that's still pretty much my only gripe when it comes to this guitar. And then besides that, after playing this guitar and then playing some of my other guitars, I've realized that the neck on this guitar, while it is incredibly smooth to play, it is a little bit on the thinner side. So if you're somebody that prefers to have a thicker neck on your guitar, then this guitar may not be comfortable for you. But don't let my word be what makes that decision for you. If you get the chance to try one of these out, then please, by all means, make that decision for yourself. One question that I asked in my 1 month review of this guitar is, would I buy this guitar again if something were to happen to it? So say like I decided to sell it or something happened to it and I just didn't have the guitar anymore. And at that time, it was a definitive yes. And after having it for a year, it's now a maybe. And I've realized that it kind of depends on what's available in the market at that point in time. So I do still really like this guitar, but they actually came out with the SSS variant of this guitar with the heat treated pickups like I previously mentioned. And that one has a super cool finish called Dark Rainbow. So I'm going to post a picture on screen. So I came very close to when that came out. I was like, I'm going to buy that one and then sell this guitar. But I really just don't know how I feel about a single coil in the bridge. I really like having a humbucker. So that was pretty much the main reason why I decided not to do that. But if something were to happen to this again, this would definitely be probably one of my top picks. But I would probably go out and explore other options just in case to see if maybe, who knows, maybe I enjoy another guitar more. But do not let that take away from the fact that I still believe this guitar is extremely well built. This guitar just oozes quality in my opinion, just from how it feels to how it looks, and which I know is subjective, and then just how it sounds as well. There's something about this guitar, and I don't know because I don't have a ton of experience when it comes to single coil guitars. Some of the ones that I started out playing on years ago were single coil guitars, but I don't really remember those. But just having this silent circuit and then reducing that 60 cycle hum, I think this actually eliminates it. But that is just, I didn't realize that that was something that was going to be so huge for me, because I've heard single coil guitars that have that hum, and I'm like, ooh, I don't like that. So having the silent circuit, I feel like, is extremely underrated and what makes this guitar pretty cool. And on top of that, I know I mentioned this in my other video, but I like that it only has one volume knob and then one tone knob. I don't like having the second tone knob because, again, it moves the first volume knob closer to the bridge, and then I don't want to accidentally bump it, because as it is, I already bump other stuff down there, like the pickup selector switch from time to time. So having one less thing to bump is just huge for me. So if you're someone who's like that, where you don't like having the three knobs, then you don't want to just take one off and then shift one down, I would definitely recommend checking out this guitar. And I mentioned this earlier in the video that yes, there was a slight price increase by $200, but I think that this guitar honestly is probably worth more than that. And I know that that may seem absurd, but you're getting a built in the USA guitar with a figured roasted maple neck. You're getting shoulder locking tuners, a guitar that just feels really well built. I think this is definitely worth probably over $3,000, but I'm glad it's not, and I'm glad I was able to get a deal when I got this one. And I know this video and my other two videos on this guitar have pretty much just been me gushing over it, but if you are like, am I missing out by not having that guitar? Honestly, probably not. If you're really happy with what you have, then just continue to just enjoy that. That is my biggest recommendation to you. But if you're in the market for an HSS guitar and you're okay with spending over a couple $1,000s in most scenarios, unless you get one that's used in for less, then I would definitely recommend this guitar. I definitely think you should check this out, especially if you're looking at maybe an AZ or another HSS guitar. I guess there's so many nowadays, I just can't think of any on the spot. But yeah, if you're in the market for an HSS guitar and you're okay with spending the money, I definitely would recommend checking this out. But just make sure you're okay with a little bit of a thinner neck profile. And of course, also that you're okay with stainless steel frets, because I know some people actually really like stainless steel frets, but something that I've discovered is that a lot of people actually really don't like stainless steel frets. So just make sure that you're okay with that too. Now I'm going to share some sound clips with you. All tones are through the Neural DSP plugins. I'm using two. So for the clean tones, I'm using the Morgan Amps suite. And then for the gain tones, I'm using the SLO 100X plugin. After having this guitar for over a year, I am still quite impressed with it. And again, I would just recommend it to you if you're in the market for an HSS guitar. If you already have an HSS guitar and you are extremely happy with it, then keep on rocking with that guitar. Or if you just have a guitar and you're extremely happy with it, then keep on rocking with that guitar. Don't feel like you're absolutely missing out by not having this guitar, especially if you're happy with what you have. Just keep on rocking with what you got. But just so you know, I really like this guitar. If you have any questions about it whatsoever, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until next time, stay cool like a cloud and have a great day.